The cameras were rolling in 1968 when James Baldwin walked onto the set of the Dick Cavett Show. He sat across from the philosopher Paul Weiss. What followed has become one of the most powerful televised clashes over race in American history. Their conversation, calm on the surface, revealed the deep divide between lived experience and academic distance. Welcome to the Blatant History Channel, where we tell you the truth behind the myths, the flags, and the excuses. Baldwin spoke from the heart. He explained the reality of being black in a country built on centuries of oppression. He talked about the limits placed on black children long before they ever entered a classroom. He talked about what it meant to live in a society that judged you before you had a chance to breathe. Every word came from a lifetime of pain, resistance, and clarity. Paul Weiss responded not with experience, but with abstraction. He said race should not matter. He said individuals succeed or fail on their own merits. He ignorantly said that Baldwin was exaggerating the problem. He wanted the conversation to rise above racism as a concept, instead of addressing racism as a lived reality. His tone remained polite, but his words dismissed the truth Baldwin had lived. Baldwin leaned forward. His eyes hardened. He told Weiss that refusing to see race was a luxury only white Americans could afford. He made it clear that the struggle was not about individual success. It was about a system designed to keep black Americans in the same place generation after generation. Baldwin said that when American institutions decide who is allowed to dream, who is allowed to rise, who is allowed to hope, the conversation can never be reduced to individual choices. Weiss returned to theory. Baldwin stuck to real life. Weiss believed in fairness as an idea. Baldwin believed in fairness as something that had to be fought for. Weiss said opportunity existed. Baldwin said opportunity was denied. Weiss said he supported Baldwin's success. Baldwin said his success meant little when millions remained locked up. Then Baldwin delivered the line that froze the room. He said the day a black man is judged not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character is the day America finally becomes real. Not in speeches, not in theories, but in the streets, in the schools, in the jobs, in the laws, in the lives of ordinary people who have never once felt equal. The audience grew still. Even Dick Cavett leaned in to hear what Baldwin said next. His calmness made the truth heavier. He spoke about police harassment, housing discrimination, job barriers. He spoke about what it meant to watch white America ask for more time when black America had already given 400 years. Weiss listened, but the gap between them remained. He kept returning to the individual. Baldwin kept returning to the system. That tension is what makes this exchange so powerful. It is the same debate still happening today. The question is whether America sees racism as a personal failing or as a structure that shapes every part of life. By the end, Baldwin had made his point without shouting or insulting. He left Weiss with no place to stand except behind the comfort of philosophical distance. Baldwin left the audience with clarity. He showed how racism survives when people refuse to look at it directly. This moment has resurfaced again and again. Each time America is forced to confront injustice, this conversation returns. Because Baldwin reminds us that progress never comes from ignoring the truth. It comes from naming it, facing it, fighting it. The Baldwin and Weiss exchange remains a mirror held up to the nation. Some look away, others finally see themselves. You are watching history that still speaks today. And if you listen closely, Baldwin is being calmly blatant. He is still telling us what kind of country we must decide to be.